Hey y'all, welcome to Spendthrift Farm. My name is Autry and I work in our marketing department here, and I am going to be your tour guide. So if you'll come on in, we'll take a tour of our stallion complex. Before we go through the whole stallion complex, we're going to do a quick history of the farm. So Spendthrift Farm was founded in 1937 by a man named Wesley Combs. He had the farm until about the mid-1980s, and unfortunately the farm did go under at that time. B. Wayne Hughes, our current owner, purchased this property in 2004, and ever since then we've been trying to bring it back to its original glory. In the 1950s through mid-70s, we were in our heyday. We stood 2 Triple Crown winners. Both Seattle Slew and Affirmed were here. We also have had 9 Kentucky Derby winners. We're hopefully getting back to that time period. We now have Into Mischief, the #1 general sire in North America. We also have Rosso, the Breeders' Cup Classic champion, Mottola, the Breeders' Cup Sprint champion, Omaha Beach, multiple Grade 1 winner and very exciting prospect for 2020 breeding, Golden Sense, who won the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile 2 times in a row, and Malibu Moon, the sire of Kentucky Derby winner Orb. In addition to our stallion roster, we have about 100 mares, around 85 foals, and about 50 yearlings. We also have a training track on the farm. We just opened it in August and we are breaking all of our yearlings here. So really exciting time for us. We'll see, but hopefully we'll see you at the races. All right, we are currently standing with the iconic view of Spendthrift Farm, but most importantly, we are with Nashua and Clem Brooks. So Nashua was acquired by Spendthrift in the 1950s. He was acquired in a very interesting way, we'll just say. His owners, a husband and wife, had quite an interesting marriage. Long story short, the wife ended up killing her husband and their entire estate went up for auction, including Nashua here. So Leslie bought him while he was still on the racetrack, and he did race under 2 silks. So the original Spendthrift ownership was blue and orange. So if you look back of old pictures of Nashua, you'll see him in 2 different colors. He was considered the king of the East. He ran against Swaps, who was the king of the West, and that is important because they faced off in the Kentucky Derby. Swaps ended up beating him, but Nashua went on to win the Preakness and the Belmont. One thing to note, so if you'll come over this way in the statue, we have in Clem's right pocket, so if you're looking on the left-hand side here, you will see there is a horseshoe there. Clem was known for swindling tourists. He was always trying to make a buck. So if you were Clem's tour guest and I was Clem, as you came on the tour, I would say, hey, $100, this is off Seattle Slew in the Kentucky Derby, or $60, this is off Nashua from last week. But in reality, he would have the blacksmith bring buckets of horseshoes from the mare and foal barns and drop them behind the UBarn here. We get a lot of fun stories from guests. But one other thing to note is you'll see Nashua has some funny little ears here. There are very rarely any pictures of him with his ears pricked up. He was a big, beautiful animal with kind of loppy ears. One other thing, small detail in the statue that's really impressive is you'll see Clem has his fingers up, his thumbs up. This is an ode to him as a horseman. If somebody can control a stallion and you don't need to use your thumbs, you and that horse have a respect level that's undeniable. So a little detail in there. And the person who made this statue is actually Liza Todd, Elizabeth Taylor, yes, the actress, her daughter. So a really beautiful addition to our already iconic stallion complex, and something that we're really proud of. Coming up now is Mottola, a son of S. Kendrea. He is a multiple Grade 1 winner, but most notably the 2019 Breeders' Cup Sprint winner. It also earned him an Eclipse Award this year. So he's, again, one we're very excited about. Our 2020 roster is something that we haven't had in a long time, and it's going to be a really good year for us. So again, he'll have first foals next year, and we'll see. We are now in our UBarn, and hi Mottola. So Mottola is joining us. We are going to go over how to read all of our stallion stall plates. So first, if you look at the top up there, you can see who used to be in here. So we had Gallant Man and Nashua. Now, if you look at their dates, yes, they were here at the same time. And no, they were both not in this stall at the same time. But the only way we know who was in what stall is when fans bring us pictures. So if anybody has ever been here before and you have pictures of yourself outside of a stall with one of our horses, we would love to see it. That's how we know where to put these historical plates up. But, so how to read this now. We have Mottola. He was born in 2015. He is by Escondrea, so Escondrea is his sire, and he is out of Indian Miss. So Indian Miss is his dam or his mother. And everything you need to know pedigree-wise, for just quick reference, will all be right there. So every stall plate will be the same. We also latch the doors a little bit differently than we used to. We use these pins here. And these go in so that when Mottola gets excited, it is breeding season, and he bangs this back and forth, right? He can't open the door. The stalls are a really nice size. The stallion complex is at one of the highest points of the farm. So everywhere you go, you get a really nice breeze, and it creates great ventilation for all of our horses. So I'd say he's a pretty happy guy. Our stallions get fed twice a day. So we feed right in the morning around 7 a.m. and then we feed in the afternoon around 3 p.m. These are their feed bags. This is what Mottola will get in the morning tomorrow. If you want to see this here, this is a nice sweet feed mixture. We use hallway feed. They are also on horse country, so they are a great organization. We've always used them, and we have a specific spendthrift feed that they provide us. So it's specific to each stallion, their weight, their activity level. Every mare on the farm and every yearling all have their own little version of the spendthrift feed. All right, here we have Free Drop Billy. He is a son of Union Rags. He has his first foals this year. So if you follow us on social media, trust me when I say you cannot miss them. They are just as flashy as he is. Hey, boy. We are here with More Spirit, who is also a Grade 1 winning son of Escondrea. So he has his first foals this year. We've really liked them so far. We will see, but he's just a big, handsome guy. So we like to show him off a little bit. In this stall, we have Jimmy Creed, and he is an interesting stallion because not only does he stand at our farm here in Lexington, Kentucky, every winter he shuttles to Spendthrift Australia. In Australia, they breed thoroughbreds at the opposite time of year for us. So here, our breeding season starts in February. For them, it actually starts in September. So their version of the same type of year. Thank y'all so much for joining us on our tour today. We hope you enjoyed it. You can find us on all social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as Spendthrift Farm. And we hope you had fun joining us today.